Hi Virgo, and welcome to weekly tarot reading from the 30th of January to the 6th of February. And you've got a really interesting week here, Virgo. Actually, loads of major arcana. At the whole bottom of the deck is the World. So this is the completion card. It's so the whole root of the week, the foundation of it is radical new beginnings. It's sometimes the World card is it's almost for a new chapter in our lives. For some Virgos are waiting to evolve, and something's completing and something's beginning. And I've got a feeling it could be to do with self-esteem, because you end the week with the Five of Pentacles, with the Ten of Pentacles, so complete opposites. But I'd pull the King of Cups for additional guidance for that five, which is about coming out of the cold emotionally. It's about basically it's about owning your self-esteem, your emotional feelings. So very interesting. At the top of the deck, Seven of Wands. So now, Seven of Wands can sometimes be about standing up for yourself, having to own boundaries, having to own your own personal space, declaring what you want from life, that sort of thing, okay? And the Observer card, very interesting, this Observer card. It keeps coming up when, and it's quite linked with that Five of Discs, because and that King of Cups, because what it's saying is, you know, when we have this self-esteem, and rather than buying into it, just let it pass. Feel it and let it pass, basically. And then you go from the Five of Discs to the Ten of Discs, and that the only way that can happen is to note that you're being triggered and not to go the full journey in it, okay? But anyhow, I'll talk about it more at the end. But really interesting when these two cards appear together. It's saying it's time for you to get that emotional strength in your own life now. Definitely with that Seven of Wands. So you start the week, Magician and the Lover's card. I mean, what a great combination of cards. So for many, this can be a relationship issue. And with the Magician, this is about personal power, personal magnetism. It's about, for some Virgos, this is about putting focus and commitment into a relationship or a choice that needs to be made. It can be about just directing where you want your life to go from a very empowered position. If it is a relationship, I've almost got a picture of you getting a grip of yourself and going, now this is our life, this is where it's going, and taking control of the situation. Right next to that Lover's card, you've got the Hermit. You've got your own card about wisdom, self-reflection. So next to the Lover's card, this could be you bringing lessons that you've already learnt into this relationship issue, bringing your wisdom, bringing your own inner light to it, because it's looking right at the Lover's card rather than away. So sometimes when these appear together, it can be, I mean, the Hermit's about the Sage, isn't it? Being connected with your own self. And maybe for some Virgos, some light is going to have to be shone on decisions that need to be made, or a relationship. It's going to be different for everyone. But right with it is a Page of Wands, new opportunities, new growth coming through. Very much like the Magician. I mean, not quite, but like it in the sense that it's about moving your life forward, seizing opportunities, seizing personal power, being enthusiastic, as a sense of moving your life forward. Enough's enough. Declaring your personal strengths and completing something. But the relationship theme stays Knight of Cups. This could be you making a romantic offer to someone, or it could be you receiving it. It could be you trying to have a reconciliation with someone. With the Emperor, it's funny. I've got that Emperor card is someone that I struggle with when it comes to emotional matters, because they're quite frozen. The Emperor is the provider, you know, he goes out to the world, but when it comes to emotions, he's quite frozen, bit of a brick wall, basically. And I'm wondering if this is what leads to the end of the week, when you've got the 10 of discs and 5. These are opposites, okay? So it's almost that... I know what I'm saying and I can't get the words. That Knight of Cups is really loving and soft and wants to give and receive love, and the Emperor is quite frozen, okay? That 10 of discs is about abundance, and 5 is about feeling in poverty, okay? So there seems to be a sense of, for many Virgos, this is a relationship issue. There's a softness to it, but a hardness to it, and there's a bit of an issue around maybe you not feeling totally nurtured in this relationship, not feeling totally welcomed, not feeling totally secure. And when I asked for an additional card, we got the King of Cups, which is about, I keep getting the message, this is about a self-esteem issue. You have to own it. You have to become your own master, okay? And definitely interesting theme towards the end of the week. There's a few opposites going on, and it's almost as something that has to be worked through. And how you work through it is the energy of the King of Cups. And this is someone who's got the throne, that they don't let other people control how they feel anymore. Okay, obviously within limits, because we're human beings, but so I think for anyone, if there's people that are throwing you off balance and you're not sure where you stand, the message is you need to become your own power force here and sit on your throne and not be thrown off. I'm sorry this was a complicated reading. It's very complicated when opposite cards come into play, because it means that you're trying to resolve something, basically. And I think it's to do with self-esteem. That's what I'm getting. Okay, Virgo, I hope this helped, and I'll speak to you later. Bye.